So I caught a video of a creator talking about how, and she prefaced by saying, like, I am incredibly uncomfortable voicing this, but I want to be honest in what's going on with me, and I can appreciate that. But the thing that, like, I thought was really interesting, right? So she's admitting she's uncomfortable, and she's talking about why she decided to get on Wegovy, the GLP-1. And she basically was saying that she's had all of these events happen in her life. And as a result, the food noise has spiked. She's got this sugar addiction going on. And her way of dealing with it was to go on the GLP-1. And I just want to say, first and foremost, I am absolutely not here to judge or shame anybody who has decided to take this route. I just want to give you some food for thought, okay? Because I work in the wellness space. I am a coach. I am a wellness coach. We focus on mindset. We focus on body. We heal trauma patterns. Like, I help nervous system dysfunction all around, okay? When I hear someone say, all of these traumatizing things happened, right? Lost money, house fell out of escrow, lost job, had to move, like event. And then I hear, like my body was not sleeping, my energy was bad, and now my food cravings. And like, so they're basically saying like one event led to another event, led to another event, led to another event. The body is essentially saying to you, we have a problem. Like, these symptoms that are stacking up are not there to inconvenience you or to make your life complicated or harder. They are indications that something in the system needs addressing. And she gets on Wegovy and she's dropping weight and the food noise goes down. Again, I am absolutely not opposed to help. Jump-starting, doing what you need to get into a flow, because change is just brutal, right? But I would be lying if what I didn't hear the subtext of the text when she was saying, I just had to calm it all down, was basically, I just needed my body to shut the fuck up. And the problem with that is that nervous system dysfunction is a result of choices, years, if not decades, of choices of self-rejection and self-abandonment. We essentially say, I don't want to deal with me, so let me just abort and disconnect and shut down and pretend it doesn't exist and take the pain pills and eat the shitty food to numb out. Like, anytime we respond to our bodies with this, like, shut it down, numb it out, pretend it doesn't exist, you're perpetuating the self-rejection, the betrayal, and the abandonment that caused it in the first place. And at the end of her video, she was like, these are miracle drugs. If you've been a victim of circumstance, life happens. The body responds. I absolutely get it. But if you are in a pattern, a habitual pattern of avoidance, of not listening to your body's needs, of not nurturing the self, and this shit starts young. This is not me shaming anybody. I have not met anyone yet who doesn't have some sort of childhood patterning that brought them to this shitstorm they live in. Like, not one person. But my point is that by saying that somehow you needed a miracle drug when you've lived a life of self-abandonment, your body's talking to you. It's trying to tell you something. It's trying to give you a message. And so when you basically say, I'm just going to reach for the pain pill, reach for the GLP-1, what you're saying is, I'm just going to shut it down and shut it up. I still don't want to deal with me. And so you're essentially just playing back into that pattern of self-abandonment. And I say this, again, this is not to shame anybody, but if you truly want to be free from these things, It can be corrected. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. Your body's talking to you because it can no longer manage a lifetime of dysregulation. And so it's not that like we just have shitty food, and we just, our government, or it's so easy to scapegoat our problems and like blame it on something else. And I'm not saying any of this stuff does not exist, but at the end of the day, you're not actually a victim of circumstance. What's happened is you have just perpetuated a pattern of self-abandonment, and the body can't manage it anymore. And so if a GLP-1 helps calm the noise down so you can confront yourself and deal with the symptoms and truly heal, fabulous. But if you're using a peptide as a way to just self-abandon more because you don't want to actually connect with yourself and find out how did you get here in the first place, then you will absolutely create a lifetime of dependency because you're not healing anything. You're not reconnecting to yourself. You're not repairing the relationship to yourself and truly, being able to embrace that relationship. I hate it when words escape me, but anyway. So it's just food for thought. It's just food for thought. I mean, because what's happening is below the surface, it's just you're just numbing it. You're basically just telling the body, I don't want to deal with you, so I'm gonna like shut you up instead. That's what they do. That's what you do when you choose to reach for medication. And again, if you're just so blown out, like if you just have so many symptoms you can't even count, then I get trying to have an intervention to help get you started. But I don't recommend you live there long term because that does create dependency, and outsourcing your power is probably how you got here to begin with. So anyway, I just thought I would offer that perspective.